Check.
Welcome back to the Dropouts Podcast. You are here with your host, Tomas Sinclair, and to the right of me, we got the one and the only.
It's your boy Bleezy. What's going on, y'all?
Assistant guy.
Jimmy, run that shit.
Run it.
We created the Dropouts to inspire people to drop out of society's predetermined notions of who you're supposed to be. On this channel, we cover art, fitness, and self-discovery through vlogs, music, and podcasts. We work hard and we like to have fun. And if you want to be a member of the Dropouts, just hit that subscribe button.
All right, guys. Today we're in the new studio, man. Let's just give it a round of applause, man.
Welcome to the vibes.
Welcome to the vibes. You know, we got our sign, we got our Prime, because they've been begging to sponsor us, man. We've been thinking about it. We haven't signed any contracts yet, but you know, we're still showing with some love.
Yeah, we're trying to go the Jordan route with it. We're gonna need our whole own flavor brand, the whole line essentially tailored to us.
Yeah.
If we do decide to go with Prime, so.
Yeah. What flavor would you do? Like if you made your own Prime flavor?
Bro, they just made that lemonade one, and I heard that shit bussin'.
Heard this
I
bussin'.
do like a good lemonade, but I think I might have to go maybe a strawberry kiwi or even a strawberry lemonade.
Word.
Yeah.
I'd probably go strawberry banana. I'd go a little crazy with it. And low key, the lemonade. If they did an Arnold Palmer, that'd be kind of.
I fuck with Arnold Palmer.
That'd be next level. You think they're gonna move into the adult beverage space? Like they got the energy, but they got the hydration, but they also moved into the energy, which is dehydration, but you know.
And then you just take a little more Prime, you're hydrated.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they got the hydration, and then they mix the hydration with a little bit of the alcoholic beverage, and then to deal with the hangover, then you got the Prime. It's like a full system.
Full circle, huh?
They keep you sick so they can make you healthy.
That's typically how it goes.
Yep. Logan Paul's no better.
Rolls.
All right, KSI. Who? I don't even know who else is behind Prime. I just know that KSI and Logan are the face of that shit.
I'm pretty sure it was more so Logan's, and
then he was like, "Yo,
extended it out to old buddy.
Yo, KK, hop on."
Yeah, he said, "Let's blow this bitch up."
Hey, they're doing it.
They're definitely doing it. I don't think it would be nowhere as big if it was a singular product.
Yeah.
It was a good move by
I mean, KSI, I think he is the biggest creator in the UK. Like, for their guys, I don't know who else.
For sure.
I mean, the only other big creators I know in the UK are the Sidemen, which was
a stem from
KSI. Yeah, he really monopolized the content out there, bro.
No, for sure.
Congratulations, KSI. Now he's out here just beating dudes up.
It's crazy because it's like the fanboys out there, they follow the same stardom as sports. You know, you have all these different countries who they fall for their sport team or whatever. Like Brazilians love their Brazilians in UFC, so forth. It's the same thing for them fandom boys.
For the content creators and shit.
Yeah, out there though, out here it's different. You know what I mean? You
think,
have it subcategories of each person who does different shit.
Yeah, I think out there, especially at the time, there wasn't as many. I feel like all of the big vloggers and stuff, because even Logan Paul, he moved to LA, you know what I mean? I feel like vlogging wasn't even just an American thing, it was really LA.
For sure.
Even if you vlogged in a small town, it was then you went to LA and started doing LA or New York vlogs, where I feel like KSI was on KSI's content honestly reminds me more of Kai Cenat's.
Kinda.
Just because he's in front of the computer a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He
reacting to stuff.
Yeah. But that is interesting because when KSI and Logan fought, it was the Brits against the Americans type shit.
Straight up.
Those are some of my favorite fights.
The OG ones.
Yeah.
You see them comparing Misfits boxing versus Jake Paul's.
Oh yeah.
The
really?
level of competition it's ridiculous. Yeah. I believe Misfits is KSI's.
Yeah.
And the level of boxing over there seems a lot more high level than what.
No.
At least Jake was loading up on his undercards.
Yeah. You're saying that KSI has more experienced boxers under Misfits than Jake does?
Under Misfits, yes.
Yeah, I could see that. I think the guy who KSI fought last, it was ruled a no contest.
Yeah, because he owed him in the fucking head.
Yeah. But
That was crazy.
apparently, I didn't watch that fight. I saw the elbow.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Apparently, he was winning before that. But I think that guy's like a actual boxer. Like he's not
Yeah,
an
I was told he's a
influencer.
professional boxer.
Yeah, which is pretty
Which
cool.
is why he got it turned over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some other YouTube boxers probably just gonna let that shit go.
So I don't know. It's interesting because like I know Jake said he's gonna have like a belt, but like
What, an influencer belt?
if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it's that hard to like get a belt in boxing because there's so many, and it's more so based on like the promotion. Like they can make a belt for certain things.
Yeah, I don't understand any of boxing and their belts.
Because like everyone boxing has a belt.
Everyone. And they'll have like 12.
Yeah, like everyone
They'll come
has
out
their
and they'll
belts.
fill their arms with fucking belts.
And it's not one of those things where like, oh, you beat someone now, like you take their belt. It's like a trophy, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's like,
What?
like, because do they have like an official bracket where like this is the top blah blah blah, or do they just have everyone fight everyone? And they're like, well, when they fought, this person
It's not
won.
even everyone fight everyone.
Yeah, it's
It's just we pick who we want to fight as we go.
yeah.
We
There's,
might
like,
touch past as we go
everyone's
along.
everyone's undefeated type shit.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
I didn't watch that last Devin Haney fight.
I watched clips of rounds. I streamed 2 rounds maybe,
Yeah.
and it did not look like Devin Haney was winning. But
Uh-oh.
I didn't watch the whole fight.
Uh-oh. My boy
It's a
was
different game.
robbed.
Even Lomachenko himself said the past 2 guys he fought feel like way better competition in terms of Devin Haney. He said Devin Haney doesn't even feel like a pound per pound fighter standing in front of him. He said he was controlling the fight the whole time. You know?
Interesting. I gotta watch it. I'm interested. I honestly I didn't really know much about Devin Haney till recently, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, I be just whenever these like fighters start like getting bigger, that's when I start like peeping. Because there's just, and it's not even like a thing against like not liking fighters before they're big. It's just like there's just always a fight on. Like
Literally,
people are
yeah.
fighting every day. Like there's a fight somewhere right now. Like there's thousands of fighters, especially when you start thinking like MMA versus boxing, because even with thinking MMA, you're not even just thinking UFC. Like if you're really thinking MMA, then you got to think of UFC, you got to think of ONE, you got to think
Changed
of what else is there? PFL.
Mhm.
PFL's doing some interesting stuff.
PFL is the next one, for sure.
Well, interesting. What do you mean by that? The next popping organization, or the next one organization?
The next popping organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
The fact that there's an organization called ONE. doesn't
yeah.
help the point.
That's what threw me off.
Fuck ONE. Nah, ONE's good. I like ONE. It's just there's a barrier there of still,
Of one? What do you mean?
It's all Asian still.
Oh, I
Like
see
in
what you're
terms
saying.
of announcers, what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's still just me watching a fight.
Yeah.
Like you said, I really have to be invested into wanting to see what's happening physically.
Well, I think
not who it is entertainment wise.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because a lot of the dudes who I do watch at one are like when Mikey fights, or like
That's what I do like about ONE. Is
That
how
they
they
do
have
everything.
Those, right.
yeah, those like mega cards.
Yeah.
It was interesting because people get mad at Mikey for calling jiu-jitsu matches fights, and then he was like, in all the matches that happened that day, like he had the most damage.
Bro, he be destroying people's legs.
Yeah, did you send me that?
No, I don't think so. But
Oh.
I watched some clips of like what this dude does to body parts, and he's just breaking ankles. And what's crazy is the jiu-jitsu people he's facing are still fighting. Like, and they don't have an ankle or their knees blown out.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's-
mean? It's like, what the?
Mikey's just like handicapping everyone, just
he
handicapping
goes.
his entire division and letting them fight one another after that.
That boy changed the game.
Is Gordon signed to one?
I have no idea who Gordon's with. I think he does I know he does the UFC Fight Pass shit, but I don't know
So
if
UFC
he's
Fight
with an
Pass,
organization.
do they have like UFC guys versus other thing? Like,
That's what I think.
because I think it was like Team UFC versus like whatever, which is really fucking annoying that they do that and not everything else. Like, why just grappling, and then not promote it?
Because it's what's the number one. That's what sells. People aren't buying those matches.
Yeah,
And then you know what I mean? You give them that leverage of, so say Ngannou and John Jones want to fight. PFL now has to make an agreement with the UFC to make that fight happen. Do you think the UFC is ever going to allow that to happen? No. They had this opportunity back in the day with Fedor, and they never fucking did it. That would have been one of the biggest heavyweight fights ever if they got Fedor to come over, and they just couldn't do it.
It's kind of selfish that they don't.
It is.
It's like you're gonna like not let the world see what the world needs to see. Honestly, also I feel like Francis and John Jones need to just run it. Like
They could scrap it backyard beef style.
right, they need to do something. Do it for charity or something. They could do it for charity.
Yeah, John Jones ain't doing nothing for charity. That's his whole reason he says he came back.
Like publicity.
His
They'd
whole
make.
God
I feel like they could find a way to make a lot of money off that. No, even doing it for charity. I think doing it for charity doesn't mean you don't make money. I think you just gotta like something happens. I don't know. Because like when you work for a charity, like those people who own those nonprofits, like get paid.
Those people, not the people who are putting the time in doing it. The people who put the business together.
Well, no, I mean you got to pay all your employees.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they could do a nonprofit and still get a payout.
The person getting paid out is the person owning the nonprofit.
Yeah, I think he'd pay them.
I don't think the two people in the fight are going to get paid for a charity fight.
Nah?
Especially if it's a charity fight. Just think about how that sounds.
A charity fight, I guess.
And they're getting paid.
How much did you make off this charity fight? Yeah.
$6 million.
Yeah, and like, I thought it was for charity. Or it's like, well.
See, that's the thing, and I'm pretty sure a charity fight, like how Poirier and Conor were going to do it, is that they were going to give their bags to charity, in a sense, you know what I'm saying, whatever the profits were. So then it's like off of, okay, what are you going to sell type shit.
So, like, how much of your, like, purse you got to give before you
So Conor's like, my purse is bigger. I only do 50.
That makes sense, like, because if they're both equally like, okay, we're going to donate this much to charity. Yeah,
It's
I mean.
Poirier's whole bag versus Conor's, like
A third of
wallet.
his bag.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Conor, bro, how much money does this man have? Like, if you had to put a number on it.
He's easily, I think he's over $1 billion. I don't think he's listed on, like, publicly as a billionaire, but he sold his stake, his majority stake in Proper 12 for $600 million. And that was the same year he made $100 million boxing Floyd. So that alone in 1 year is $700 million.
And that has nothing to do with McGregor Fast.
McGregor Fast, Tidal, all these other companies. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I think if he's not $1 billion man, he's right there. And if he's not right there, it's because he bought a goddamn Lamborghini yacht, the yacht to pull the Lamborghini yacht.
I didn't think. I was honestly surprised that he sold all his shares. I honestly, I'm not crazy about when like people do that. Like they build up a company. Like I like the company because of them, and then they're like, I'm out.
Well, you got to think about it in terms of when he did it and why he did it and why most people do it. Because you like what you're saying. They build this giant company up worth millions and millions of dollars, and then they get rid of it. For one, especially a guy like Conor McGregor, who is the fucking eyes of the world. You know what I mean? And he was beating up people in pubs, old men in pubs. You know what I mean? All these negative publicity was running against Conor. He was like, all right, we got to get rid of this while it's hot. He got his 600 M's and he's fucking bounced.
True. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since he stopped fighting, I haven't been buying Proper 12 like that.
No, nobody has.
Like there's just
Irish people. That's it.
I feel like most Irish people I know don't like him.
You're probably right.
It's like Americans like him. I feel like there's Irish people who like him, but they're like not the majority. I feel like just kind of like how majority of people aren't UFC fans. I feel like it's like the few UFC fans in Ireland like him, but the regular Irish people are
I don't
just
know
like,
though, man.
nah.
He had that motherfucking place united.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a different fucking time when he was walking through Dublin and shit. Doing press conferences out there. Like, all those people, bro, they were wild.
Yeah. Jeez, I don't know. Maybe we got to take a trip to
The
Ireland
first
and just ask
ever
people.
Irish. Yeah, we should. First ever Irish champion.
Yo, I'm really
mixed martial arts.
fucking with Ian Gary too.
That's my boy.
He's a cool
He's
kid.
going to do good.
What you like about him?
I like his fighting style and his confidence.
He's really strategic. Like, his technique is really good. I like it. I like how he fights too. He's not just in there like just trying to bang and like, he fights smart.
He's in there with he knows what he's going in there to do.
Yeah, he is very confident in what he does too. He be calling it out.
He
Think that's
called
an
his
Irish thing?
I don't know. I'm Irish. I think so.
Yeah.
He called that last head kick. High kick to the head. Right high kick.
I mean, like, just like, you know how, like, okay, for example, like, you got New Yorkers and they got that New York in them. You feel me? Like, you got Southern belles. Like, they just grew up with that Southern in them. Like, you think like the society
where it stems
in
from?
Ireland is on some other shit.
Irish, it's the liquid courage. It's in our blood.
Like, them motherfuckers be drinking all the time.
It's exactly.
And
so
then, like, when you're
just
sober,
stuck in that
you just, like,
emotion.
you still remember how you felt. I feel that. That's interesting. I feel like it's kind of off topic. Not off topic, but moving to drinking. I feel like drinking, like, at first when I started drinking, like, I was like, yo, this liquid, like, courage is different. I never experienced
wild.
that. I was like, I remember the first time being drunk and then, like, having that mindset and just being like, this is me from now on.
Can do whatever I want, whenever I want.
Yeah, and then, like, the next day I woke up and I was like, oh.
Where'd that liquid go?
I was like, well, that was weird, you know?
For sure.
But I feel like after a while, you know, if you're an alcoholic, maybe you keep that. You keep
it just
that,
keeps
that
going
drunk,
and going
that
and going.
drunk mindset.
I think so, for sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's just degeneracy, but yeah.
I agree too, though, because, like, I think, like, certain people in heritage have different, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Tolerances to different things because of stuff that happened to them throughout generations and generations and generations. And I think that's always why I've always had, like, such a tolerance to fucking alcohol.
Because you're Irish?
The Irish in me, yeah. Bro, I'd be out, even growing up, I was out drinking, like, people 3 times the size of me, like, Big Doug, like, and you name it. And, like, it was no problem, you know what I mean? I just think it's the Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out drinking, it was always an interesting concept to me because I feel like I could drink as much as I wanted to. It was just like, why are we this drunk? Like, now what though? Like, and honestly, I feel like even to this day, as long as I don't drink anything sweet, I feel like I can drink as much as I want. It's just when I finally try to go to sleep, I'm like,
spins.
yeah, like, and I know a lot of people say you get used to the spins, but
Those are them people who feeling that drunk all day.
yeah, I can't. That's the only, like, I feel I've never, like, felt like, oh, I need to stop drinking because, like, I can't anymore. It was like, I'm just afraid to start spinning because it's getting late. But, like, I really don't know my, like, limits with drinking. A lot of Jamaicans drink. It's different, I'm guessing, than, like, Irish. I don't know. Jamaicans be on the white rum.
Yeah, I do the opposite. I do not drink white anymore. White is
Yeah.
the devil. Yeah, that clear liquid. Always dark.
Yeah, dark liquor. I was on my dark liquor for a while. I've been on my tequila kick last year. I haven't really been drinking like that recently, but, like, I feel like now I want to start drinking more, but, like, casually. Maybe not even like I still want, like, I don't think I'm really like a beer guy, but, like, sitting down having some tequila water, like, you know, I feel like that's pretty cool because, like, I was like, a lot of these Thai guys drink a lot. I know they do it for, like, pain management and to sleep and whatnot, but a lot of these Thai dudes are drinking, and apparently they drink a lot of beer too to get the extra carbs. So they have energy to train, and then so that they're, like, nice and loose and that they're not, like, in pain and shit. So I'm like, shit, maybe I need to just pretend I'm in Thailand and Start having a little more drinks.
Facts. Stay loose.
Stay loose, limber.
You seen that episode of Tough where George St. Pierre brought in the guy from France and he just trains drunk all the time?
Yes.
He just went in there and mollywopped everybody.
Yeah. That's crazy. Bro's literally punch drunk. But
Literally.
like before he even fights.
In control. He looked calm, you know. He didn't look like he's in there like, you know, huffing and puffing.
Yeah. Mike Tyson said a lot of those dudes back in the day used to get drunk before boxing matches.
I believe it.
Just to deal with the nerves.
Same thing with that liquid courage we were just talking about.
Yeah.
know? Make you feel like you can do anything.
Make you feel like you can knock out Mike Tyson.
You gonna need that liquid.
Whenever I'm drunk, I definitely like. It's weird because I'm like, I feel like I fuck someone up, but then I'm also like, I know that I'm not as coordinated right now. Like I know for a fact that sober me could probably fuck me up by getting me off balance.
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm probably so fucked up in the moment and drunk too, to where I'm like, nah, he's had a few drinks too, you know. It's like, but I'm still me, you know. I got
That's
this.
funny. He's got a few drinks. I literally like. So it's funny because like I'll get fucked up in a place where like I know I will not get in a fight. Like if we're drinking at the crib, like I'm like, all right, but we could booze. But like if I'm going to a club where someone might try to fight me, I'm like I'm gonna get tastefully tipsy.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
You know, because like I don't like being obliterated.
No, not in public. I gotta be ready.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, because I'm like, my boy Zane, he was telling me about like fighting this drunk dude, but it was one of his boys who was just acting up. Essentially, he wasn't even really fighting him. He just had to kind of like hit him once and like put him out. But he was like he was so drunk that like it was easy. Like he was already not there.
Well, it's like it goes to the point of like, you know, when you get in a car accident, you tense up.
Yeah,
I think it's the exact opposite.
Like when you're drunk,
so
you're just
loose, like that. That 8 pounds of pressure is now probably 4.
Yeah.
You know? Doesn't take a lot.
But hey, them Mexicans is hard to knock out.
They be going at it.
They
be working.
Shout out to the Mexicans.
It's because that cardio crazy.
Really? Cardio el loco.
Yeah, see.
I wish I knew Spanish, man.
I wish I knew any other languages. That's probably one of the biggest reasons I want to travel with my kids when I grow up.
Yeah.
So that they can learn other cultures and shit like that.
Hell yeah. Would you homeschool your kids, or would you bring them to public schools, or would you like have them traveling full time?
Traveling full time, and I would teach them the majority of like what's basically needed, you know, reading, writing, that stuff. But I think majority of what they should be taught is through cultures, learning other people's, how they grew up, you know what I'm saying, how they thrive, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All the different societies and stuff.
I feel like all right, when I went to that place, the garden, and was like looking, did that documentary, there were some people there who like their kids weren't like, they were pretty smart, but like they didn't go to school, which was just like, how does this work? Like when this motherfucker's 17, like does he just go get like a GED or something, or like if he wants to get a job, or like how does that like work when motherfuckers just don't bring their kids to school? Like, and do you legally have to? Like, what's the law behind that?
I think there's laws behind some form of education for your child, because I know like if you miss so many days of school, like they can come get your mom type shit, you know. Did you
really?
know
No, I did not know that. Like, you better go to school or they're gonna come get me.
Hella not suspensions.
Absences
and stuff. And
yeah, they're like, why are you not showing up? But they start looking for them. Like they start being like, yo, we're gonna come get you.
You have to be enrolled for that to be a thing, you know. So if you're homeschooling your kid, I think you could be able to bypass that, essentially. But I think there's still some form of a curriculum you'd probably have to follow.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, it's like, probably like reading,
that's
writing.
All society. Type,
like,
you know.
So like, I know. Okay, well,
if you want to go get a public job, you want a diploma.
Yeah. So I think there's levels to it, because I think there's homeschool programming where like you're still enrolled into something, because at like the gym I train at, Lake Norman Muay Thai, shout out Lake Norman Muay Thai, there's a homeschool class where it's all the kids that are homeschooled, and it counts for their gym credit.
So they're definitely enrolled into a program
Something,
with
yeah,
credits and
yeah.
stuff.
So that's pretty cool. I don't even got kids, so I don't even know. I don't fucking know.
Shit, we'll make a dropout school program. Fuck it.
That'd be really funny. The dropout school. They'd be like, wait, what? How does this work? And it's like, whatever you want.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I definitely want to travel with my kids, and honestly, I feel like it doesn't even take that much money. I think a lot of people think that it costs like a fortune to travel with kids, but I think if you can have a business online that you primarily make your money in America, like the exchange rates make that really easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get a visa, bring your kid to Thailand. Like you could survive off of like $400-$500 for a month in Thailand if you're living pretty modestly, you know what I mean? And that's like eating and all that shit. Or if you're going to like Jamaica, going to like all these like places where like it might be a little expensive to get there, but like once you're there, they're like, yo, everyone here don't have money like that. You feel me?
Facts.
But
then, I heard some weird shit. Like, so say you're going to book a vacation from here or whatever. Obviously, based off your IP and shit, it knows where you're booking your vacation from, right?
Yeah.
So if I want to book a vacation from here to Jamaica, it's going to be $550 because I'm booking it from America. But if I were to use like a VPN, put my address in Mexico or some shit like that, supposedly there's lower rates depending on where your IP is, you know what I'm saying? Based off of that exchange rate.
That's kind of fire.
Right.
They're like, you motherfuckers can't afford to get there. But then they're also like, how are you like from Mexico but leaving from this place?
Like, there's no connecting flight.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm getting a flight for my son or something.
I walked to the airport to fly out here.
You know what's really annoying with flying? So like sometimes connecting flights are cheaper than like okay, for example, I needed a flight to Jamaica, right? But the connecting flight from New York to here to like Jamaica or something like that was cheaper than here to Jamaica. So I tried to book the connecting flight.
And then just come here, but they're like, nah.
They're like, if you don't get on the first one, you can't have the second one. And it's like, that's fucked up.
Literally. It's dumb as fuck. Because people used to do that all the time and just not even do the second one. And then the reason why is because they're losing people on the flight from the first half. But it's like, it would have been full to begin with. I paid for the seat.
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
Yeah. I heard people be like finessing airports. Like there's an airport finesse. You guys heard it here first. So, like, I might be quoting it wrong, but I think this is how they do it. They go get a plane ticket for a flight right before it leaves, or that was delayed. And then, essentially, they're like, hey, the flight was delayed. I want to change my flight. And then they can change their flight, and it doesn't matter the price. So you got that one last minute, and then it was delayed. So you're like, hey, I want to change it. And they're like, okay, what do you want to change it to? And then you just have, like, you could just go where you want at a different rate. And, like, I don't know. I guess that's just how it is. Like, you could switch it up. I guess, like, if you did have a connecting flight, and you're like, yo, they're not going to be there no more because you delayed it. So they're like, okay, we'll give you something else.
Damn right you will.
But I think that's a finesse. I think people are doing that, like buying a ticket right before they get to the airport. Be like, yo, this is delayed. I think you could even buy a ticket once it's delayed.
Jeez.
I don't know. I'm giving you guys free game.
Better try the sauce out. Let us know where y'all go.
Right? Hashtag travel dropouts free game. That's a long hashtag, so there shouldn't just be that hashtag for like other people. Hashtag travel dropouts free game. What's your favorite Prime flavor? Did I ask you that? You said the what you call it? The lemonade?
I would like to try the lemonade.
You haven't tried the lemonade?
No, I like a good lemonade, yeah. And they just made that one. So I think that one's going to be good. I've been seeing people make like slushies out of it.
Really?
That sounds pretty fire.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I've been seeing people do like taste tests with like Prime versus like all the other ones. They always say that Prime tastes the best.
Uh, depends. I don't know. We talking about prime, hydration, or energy?
I haven't had the energy yet. Have you?
I think the energy tastes better than the juice.
Hydration. I like the coconut water in it.
I do too, but the sugar, whatever they add to make the sugar flavors,
Sucralose.
yeah, it's not it.
Yeah, sucralose. I'm not crazy about the sucralose. That's my only like thing I don't love about Prime is the sucralose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. TBH.
So like, how do you replace that though?
Have it less
Do we
sweet.
want it? Shit.
Who knows, man?
But yeah, I like the flavor of the energy ones. Because I used to drink a lot of, like, vitamin energy drinks and stuff, so it reminded me a lot of that. It was very good. I had the blue raspberry. I'm not gonna lie, that shit a little sour.
The blue raz.
Give you a little pucker face.
Little-
Yeah.
What are you gonna be like strict on your kids' diet, or are you gonna let them eat pretty much whatever they want to eat whenever they want to eat it?
I would definitely was allowed to eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. So I would probably not be that way.
Yeah, you
I'll
think
probably be
that
a little
was
bit more
not
strict.
good for you?
I think in the sense of healthy eating, yes. You know, because they never really pushed me eating vegetables and
Yeah.
fruits when I was young. And that's where you build those easy habits, you know. And
Yeah.
if you do it when they're young, it's just going to be ingrained in them. You
Yeah,
know?
like you just didn't need to, so
I'm
you're
a very
like, why
fucking
would
picky
I?
eater still to this day, bro. You
Yeah,
know?
I think that's the reason I'm not a picky eater was because like it was like, yo, this is just what's here. Like, what, you gonna starve? So I'm like, all right, because like it's crazy. I like grew up not liking so many things like vegetables and stuff, and then like there would just be a point where like I was just hungry, and I was just like, I feel like it can't be that bad. But I've always fucked with broccoli.
That's when you start looking at it from a nutritional, you know what I'm saying? You're looking for fuel, not
Yeah.
just food.
Yeah, when your body's like, dog, like do something about
Yeah.
this.
Like, fuck. Here we go.
Nah, I love snacks though, bro. I'm bad with the cookies. Like cereal, I've been honestly, I've been doing pretty good staying away from stuff. I've been keeping my weight pretty low. My weight doesn't fluctuate too much. I get like, if I'm not eating how I should be eating, like if I'm like being crazy, I'm like in the 148, 150, early 150s. But that's me really wilding out. When I'm doing decent, honestly, I like just stay right around like 142, 143. Like I just like hang out there as long as I'm not eating crazy. Like if I just ate, then yeah, I might be a little above.
I'm always floating within 5.
Within 5?
Yeah. 5 up, 5 down, always.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I be getting... well, it depends, bro, because I'm bad with drinking water some days, and I'm really good with it other days.
That's probably why I'm only at 5, because I'm so bad at drinking water.
Yeah.
I don't have more on top of the water weight.
Yeah,
know? It's
hydration's...
just the food weight.
Yeah, and the food weight's just like not always it. When I was in high school and I was wrestling, sometimes I remember certain motherfuckers would like have their lunch in Ziploc baggies and like get on the scale holding their lunch. They're like, "This is all that I'm gonna consume today," and I'd be like,
Makes sense.
"Yeah." Like probably even less than that because like you're not
You're
eating
gonna
the plastic.
digest it.
Yeah, you
It's
know.
gonna go away.
Yep. So makes sense.
Cheat codes.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to get tatted, bro.
Me too. Where are you trying to get tatted?
See, that's the problem. I have so many like random tats places that like I'm like, where else do I want? I know I want to do like my stomach, but I don't know what else I want on my stomach. I want to do a wolf and a lion somewhere tattooed on me, but I don't know how I want to do it. Like I don't know the style that I want to do it in. I don't want to. None of my tattoos are like that realism, so I don't want to go realism. They're more like, I don't even know the style, but like kind of like how like sailor tattoos are, you know, like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Ed Hardy, like shit like
Right.
that, like whatever that tattoo style is. I think that's the style I want, but I'm like, I don't know how to do that shit. Most of my tattoos I kind of designed with like putting together things of other tattoos, but like I've been looking for references for years and I've never been able to find one. I had one of my cousins like designing one for me, but he's a painter. So like it looked nice, but it was just like I need like some bold lines, and I don't know.
Yeah, I feel it. I know one thing I definitely want is a dragon of some sorts.
Where'd you get it? You don't know where?
Mm-mm.
I feel like people
wanted to
usually get
have-
the dragon around the arm, like the shoulder.
I think it would be cool to have multiple dimensions to it. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be on my shoulder or arm, but it definitely has to have a wrap of some sort, you know?
You gonna have like how people get sleeves? You gonna have pants?
That's funny. I really like the idea of realism on this side because I already have realism here. And then I want to do color on this side. And then somewhere in my chest, like have a meat and create something too.
When you say color, you would do color without realism? What do you mean?
Yeah. Most realism's like shaded and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then color is like, I think I would go more towards traditional and kind of like Japanese style too.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, your first tattoo is like, well, that's not your first tattoo.
Second.
Yeah, your first tattoo is like a regular first tattoo.
Yeah,
but
facts.
your second tattoo is like, that's pretty dope. You got a big ass tattoo.
Yeah, 7.5 hours.
Oh my,
Yeah.
bro, I haven't ever sat down for more than an hour and a half to get a tattoo.
That shit was rough, bro.
I've never sat
like-
down for longer than that. Holy shit.
When I hear people talk about like people saying tattoos aren't painful and they are painful, I first look at what type of tattoo they have. If you just have line work with a little bit of shading, your tattoo probably didn't hurt. It probably didn't take long either. But if you have a lot of shading and a lot of different lines, hard lines, light lines, where they have to tattoo the same spot over and over and over again, that's
Yep.
where that shit start hurting.
My first tattoo, it was this one. You guys can't see at home, but it's like my mom's sound waves saying she loves me. And like, it's not that bad. There's some thicker lines there. And that shit didn't feel good. Did
Yeah.
not feel good. And when the ones that, so on my stomach, it says the dropouts across. When they
I've
had
always
to,
wanted a tattoo there, but
oh, when they had to
why.
fill that shit in, because I got the outline at first, and that shit hurt. And then when they did the outline, they did it too thin. So then I went somewhere else, and I was like, hey, I want to get this filled in. And they were like, well, I'm going to have to re-outline it if I'm filling it in anyway. And I was like, so I'm just going to get the whole tattoo
Again.
from scratch again.
Yeah.
And they're like, yep. And I was like, all right. And that shit hurt when they were filling it in because they were like just literally coloring it in. But when I did the angel on my lower abdomen, like no tattoo hurt that bad. No
Soft
tattoo
skin
hurt that
too
bad.
right there.
I was like, oh wow, like this is fucking like this is painful. Like my other tattoos like hurt, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be doing this anymore. But like that was the one where I was like sweating and like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like and I think because there's so many organs there, like your body's like, yo, what the like mayday, like code red.
It's crazy what your mind will make your body. Your mind thinks your body is getting attacked. So
Yeah.
it'll start doing stuff to start like healing itself. It'll start
Mhm.
trying to shut itself down. It'll start sweating, you know.
Yep.
Weird shit like that.
Which just was interesting because like, you know, they say beauty's pain or whatever, but a lot of things we do to like have the aesthetic look or whatever we want can be like uncomfortable, painful. Like even sometimes getting my hair braided, like that shit hurts. And like
imagine.
I know like my brain's like, yo, why are you doing this? What the fuck? Like why are they just yanking on us? And then like, you know, we get piercings and we just do all these things that like hurt.
Bro, you got people doing like full body modifications, like adding horns to their head.
Yeah, the horn shit is next level. I mean,
They
hey,
got chips. They're
kudos
scanning
to
get
you.
into their house.
the horns is crazy because it's like, I'm just afraid of something touching it, like it messing up. Well, honestly, they might be soft. They might be like silicone.
You don't think there's like metal in there?
That's what I'm saying. That's what's
Like
scary.
my fear is like you're walking and like there's like a big magnet or something. You just
Oh my god.
and someone pulls it off and your horn is out there.
Oh my gosh, it
You've
rips
got a little
through.
nub.
Oh god. See, I'm more so worried about like, you got a metal thing in your head. If you fall and hit your head, it's so much more catastrophic because now you got this sharp metal object that just stabbed you in the head. That's why I'm like, there's no, I mean, not no way. Like, they'll let people do whatever they want to do. It's their own body. But it's like, what? You can't let people do
looking
that.
at it as a weapon.
Right? Like headbutting people.
Yeah.
Ugh. I guess a headbutt. As long as you headbutt the right place, you win. But like, it's real easy to get a 50-50 on a headbutt and like not get the outcome you were looking for. I would not want to get headbutted.
If you're taking a headbutt, man, you got to be a different level.
They do that in Latway. Is that what it is, Latway? It's like, so Muay Thai is the art of 8 limbs because you got hands, both feet, but then you got elbows and knees.
Feet.
Yeah, that's all 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, but Latway is 9 because they also headbutt, which is
for
nuts.
that nose, bro. Whack!
That's crazy. Watching those fights are nuts.
If someone comes in to headbutt me, bro, I'm gonna elbow you in the fucking face.
Motherfuckers be sometimes headbutting people, headbutting their hands.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, you could be in a nice close clinch, you know, and you have your forehead against them. Whack! That's all they're doing.
Yep. Yeah, I would not want to take a headbutt to the fucking face.
No. I'd rather be headbutting than taking a headbutt.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, I think if I had the option, like, but I do want to learn that shit because sometimes I be learning so much fight shit, but then I'm like, I also learn fighting within a rule set where I'm like, I shouldn't think this way. Like, in Jeet Kune Do, if I'm not mistaken, they do like nut kicks. And you like practice it. You don't practice it by kicking each other in the nuts, but you're like, you know, you put it where it would be in the combo. And like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, obviously you don't want to just be hitting people in the nuts, but like, it depends. If like I'm just chilling, minding my business, and 3 dudes run up on me, like, this isn't a Spider-Man movie where I'm gonna do backflips and kick you. Like, one of you guys might get your nuts blown off, and someone else might get headbutted, and I'm eye gouging if I got to. I don't know, bro. Like, get off me. You feel me?
There's no rules in those fights.
So that's why I'm like interested in learning that stuff, because it's just like, yes, there's fighting for sport, and then there's also like, yo, like, in case shit hits the fan, like, there's strategic violence.
That muscle memory, though.
Muscle memory.
You're out here in the middle of a 5-round championship fight, getting beat up. Next thing you know, you kick this guy full blown in the nuts.
Oh, you fucking blow his nuts off. That would be crazy. Holy shit.
Bro, I honestly think there's fighters who nut kick for a 5-second break. Like, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts because I know you're about to take like 2.5 minutes and I need a fucking breather.
Yeah, I be thinking about that, bro, because like, bro, the other day, right, I'm over there sparring with my boys, and I'm like, this is my best day of sparring, right? It's my boys who usually like be beating me up. Honestly, this is my best day of sparring. Boom, boom, getting nice hits in, throwing kicks. I'm attacking. I get kicked in the nuts. Boom. I was like, Took like, you know, I took my time off, and I realized after that, like, my body was like, stop throwing kicks, dog. And then my legs started getting kicked up, and I was like, bro, I want to throw kicks, but like, oh, my nuts. So I can't imagine, like, well, like, not like I can't imagine, but it must really suck when you're fighting at a high level, you get blasted in the nuts, and now you gotta, like, they're like, all right, take your time, you ready again? But it's just like, dude, I just got blasted in the nuts.
You're a whole different person.
Like, 100%.
The recovery after that,
right?
When you like, you're not even like ready to fight.
You're not like lit no more. You're just like, yo, that hurt. I hope you don't do that. And the thing, I don't want to be responsible for like watching out for my nuts during a fight, which I know sounds silly because they're my nuts. I should be watching out for them. But if I shouldn't have to. And I hate that, like, once I get kicked, I'm like, I'm watching out, bro. I don't trust you.
Right.
Like, I don't think you did it on purpose, but like, it could happen.
Gotta protect the nuts.
Gotta protect the nuts, man.
Keep the babies coming.
Unless you're fighting a motherfucker on the street. If you're street fighting, dude, like, kick him in the nuts.
That boy.
Kick him in the nuts, kick him in the throat, headbutt in the nose. If you're ever throwing a headbutt, remember, you got to use your hard part of your head against the soft part of their faces. I feel like I used to think headbutts was just head on head. Like, oh, who got the strongest head? But then I'm like, oh, wait, you don't have to do it that way at all.
I'm trying to injure you.
Yeah. Like, not like, because I thought, like, I used to think no one wins in a headbutt. Like, and I think maybe that's from watching, like, WWE and shit sometimes. And motherfuckers, like, headbutting each other and, like, both kind of, like, being hurt and shit. And, yeah, maybe they're just doing that shit wrong. I don't know. But that shit's real, WWE. The UFC signed WWE.
UFC bought.
They bought the WWE.
Endeavor. Which could get fishy down the line. My whole thing is, like, how does one of the top fighting fucking organizations in the world buy one of the top scripted fighting organizations?
I don't know.
How does that look? You know,
it looks so bad.
It
looks so, and people are already saying, like, I hate when people say fights are fixed because I'm like, I don't want to believe that. So, like, I don't really.
You know how hard it'd be to fix a fight, unless it went the full 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? To the distance.
Yeah. People be like, oh, he took a dive. Bro, come on. But, like, also, when the organization is signed with the WWE, it's like it's a little easier for motherfuckers to be like, bro, he's trying to do whatever, you feel me? And also, I feel like a lot of these UFC people, they already did go from the UFC to the WWE. I feel like you're going to see that a lot more.
For sure.
And they're not going to go to the WWE as new people. They're going to go as that fighter who is still fighting, but now they fight in the WWE.
Yeah, she's not from the WWE. I think it was either one or the PFL. Her name's like Lucy Verda or something like that. Little Hispanic Cuban girl out of Miami, and same exact thing. She was a fighter, and now she's in the WWE wrecking shit. What does she do? She kicks people and she punches them. She doesn't do wrestling moves. She's not jumping off ropes.
Yeah. I hate when Logan Paul be talking about this shit a lot. He be like, oh, man, I want to have a match against this guy. I think I could take him. And it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Literally.
Wait, why are you talking? like I'm like, you're confusing me now. Like, what do you mean you think you could take him? Like, you want to beat this guy? Like, what are you, like, you just hope that that's the fucking script you get that week? Like, what does that mean?
You think they just, like, throw it in the chat GPT and see what the script's going to be this week?
That's funny. Like, what's the best, like, outcome for this? That's funny as fuck. I hope they do that shit.
They're like Logan Paul out the top ropes.
That's funny as fuck. I don't know, man. I want to see Jake in that shit.
I just want to see him still box.
Jake?
Yeah.
I feel that.
I think that's the only reason old buddy went over there is because he can't box. He be beating his body up. I'll give it to him. He does some wild-ass shit over there.
Oh, Logan. You saying Logan can't box? You saying Logan don't got the hands?
Yeah, that's why he's over there.
Damn, Logan said
it's not that he don't have the hands. It's that he can't move, bro. He can punch. Yeah. He has decent punches. But I think he's so big and his feet are like bricks. Yeah. You know what I mean? He don't have the movement.
He's like athletic, but he's not like quick. Exactly. He's not agile. Mm-hmm. Like, but it is interesting because he do be doing the flips and shit like that. Right. But I guess that doesn't help you with boxing. Maybe MMA. I think he could do good
to hurt his body.
Yeah.
I think he could do good in MMA with the wrestling background.
Yeah.
But then it's like, who are you putting him up against?
I think with the wrestling background and I think he'd be. I think if he took MMA seriously, one, he'd be. He's already good on the mic, you know. So like that side of it, like you already know he's gonna make bread because the press conferences are gonna go well, and also he is athletic. But I now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, this right, he could do the splits. I think that's really good for MMA because you could head kick. You got like different flexibility. Like I feel like all the things that he's good at are just everything a boxer does not need. Like everything that he can do, like Mike Tyson can't and doesn't need to do.
Makes sense.
But like,
I also think about like all the variables that could happen to him in MMA. Like,
Logan?
yeah, he can use his legs and his knees now, but so
Kick a
can everybody
motherfucker.
else. And they know jiu-jitsu, too.
Well, he said he knows a little bit of grappling. I don't know. We'd have to see because he was talking about it. He said most of these boxers, he thinks that he could beat them in an MMA match, and that these MMA guys can't beat him in a boxing match. And I'm like, I don't think you're wrong. I mean, you're just taking people out of their comfort zones, but I mean, I don't think that's wrong.
You see the clip of Nate Diaz?
Choking out Logan Paul?
No. Hitting pads.
Oh, I didn't, but I heard about it.
You don't want to see it.
I heard he was...
It's looking like a first or second round knockout.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I want Nate to win this. I'm not gonna lie, but everything is not in his favor. He's the older fighter. He's not a boxer.
He don't even look in shape.
But he never does.
Yeah, but
when
now,
does Nate ever look in shape?
But now,
Yeah, he's getting even older now.
it looked like his brother did when he came back for his fucking UFC. When he came back to fight last year, his brother looked like shit.
Yeah, I honestly think Jake's gonna be even better that he's coming off a loss.
In respect, did you see this last clip of him hitting pads?
Yeah.
He looks way faster.
He was
He's not
working
worried
on
about that
combo
power
speed.
anymore.
Yep.
He's worried about that speed.
Yep.
The power's there. You just gotta land now, bro.
Yep.
He look quick.
That's gonna be exciting to see Nate and Jake. Man, what if Jake's the first motherfucker to knock Nate?
I've never seen Nate Diaz get knocked out.
Never.
He's the cardio king, bro.
What if Jake Paul is the first motherfucker to knock out Nate Diaz?
If you don't knock him out, he's gonna beat the shit out of him. So we're either gonna see Nate get beat the fuck up, or Nate's gonna get slept.
Or Nate's gonna get beat the fuck up for a couple rounds. Jake's gonna give everything to knock him out and be the first dude to knock him out, and then realize this motherfucker's actually a zombie. And then, because Jake got tired in that Tommy fight. That's one thing
sure.
about the Pauls. They be getting tired. If you,
No gas.
I don't know if it's no gas or what. I mean, fighting's tiring, but that's one thing I realized about both of them. Second, third rounds, like, they be looking real tired. And I feel like if he can't get Nate out of there, I don't know. I don't see Nate being able to knock him out per se.
But Jake went the full 8 rounds with Tommy, regardless.
He did.
If
He
was
did.
tired or not.
He did.
And the way Nate Diaz is throwing punches in these fucking gloves, it's not gonna go well.
I hope someone
He's
just
gonna be
clipped
trying
a
to
bad
flip
moment.
Jake off in his gloves. He's gonna be like,
I hope someone just clipped a bad moment and it's really not that bad. This guy. Man. Hey, I appreciate you for coming today on today's episode.
always.
It's the Drop House Podcast, man. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to be watching a lot of fights. We're going to let us know in the comments what you think about anything we said today, especially that Nate and Jake shit. And if you made it all the way to the end of the episode, say pineapple sauce.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everyone.